Hello Gemini, this is your May forecast. First of all, happy birthday. I hope that for all of you it's going to be a really wonderful year ahead. So this is a big month for you because Mercury, your ruler, is not only in your sign all month, but is also going to go retrograde from the 18th of May until the 11th of June. But it's also going to be in your sign for nearly 2.5 months. It's going to be there until July 8th. So that's a long time to have planet Mercury, planet of communications, in your sign. What does it mean? Well, first things to say, Geminis, you're going to be looking at your thinking patterns, your beliefs, how whatever you believe in really does manifest. So if you believe that people are friendly and helpful to you, you're probably going to get people being friendly and helpful. If you believe that you can really make a good living, that's probably the kind of result you're going to get, is a good living. So you're going to be I hope you're going to look at your beliefs, your thinking patterns. Now, you're one of the fastest thinking signs of the zodiac. That's why very often Geminis, they have to move around physically because their mind is going so fast. Now so for the first couple of weeks of this month, it's great. Take actions, do things. You're going to be so busy this month. It's not true, Geminis. So really important for you to make sure you take some relaxing time out. Maybe learn how to breathe. It's also important that you rest your nervous system. Your nervous system you may find yourself, getting tight or excited even. I mean, excitement as well can have a certain tightness to it, but try to take everything in your stride this month, because I think that during the retrograde, you're going to get a wonderful opportunity to reassess everything that you've been doing all year and how you want to now have this next year for you. As it's birthday time, it's the creation of the new year for you, Geminis. So we start out on the 3rd of the month with a full moon in Scorpio. And this full moon for you is happening in your 6th house. 6th house of health and of work and of service to others. So wherever we have a full moon, obviously it's opposite to the sun, and the sun for the first 21 days is in this 12th house for you. So it is an opportunity for the first 3 weeks of the month to very much be looking back. You may find yourself looking back or looking at what you feel you've accomplished, what you feel you've understood, the things that maybe you've need to go a little bit deeper with. Maybe a lot of you may be looking at metaphysics, astrology, tarot, numerology, all of these different ways of finding guidance or navigating our way through times, different cycles in our life. So for you here, this opposition going on is an opportunity to really look at your health and your well-being. Maybe to question it. Yes, what makes me feel good? Maybe it's changing. I mean, luckily you're a mutable sign. And these next years, particularly till the beginning of 2017, are going to be times of huge change, where we're going to have to really just flow along with lots of changes and not get too stuck in our ways, not get stuck in a rut, and to become aware of when you're in a rut. So are you in a rut with your health? Are you just grabbing food on the run, not thinking about it? Or maybe are you in a rut being too healthy, but maybe too rigid about that healthiness? This is shining a light on that. It's shining a light as well on your work area. What's working? What's not? Do you need to move work? Are you not working with the right kind of people around you? Sometimes you could be earning nice money, but the environment doesn't suit you and it's draining on you. It's also shining a light on, do you feel as though what you're doing is valuable? Is it making a difference? It's so important to you. And so this too, a light going and shining in this area for you, Geminis. On the 6th of May, we've got a very powerfully positive aspect with a trine between Pluto, power, and the Sun. So something that was secret may come out in the open, that's powerful, that really, wow, it's a big boost. So it's also an opportunity maybe to take your power, maybe in a situation connected with a bank or an insurance company, any kind of financial institution, pension, something like that, take your power back. On the 13th of May, here's the good news, Mars comes into Gemini, your sign, into your first house. Sorry, backtracking just before that, 8th of May, we've got Venus going into your second house. Venus, planet of money, in the second house. This could bring you some nice news financially, something happening, or maybe you get a wonderful idea for creating money. It's also a very possible day when you may spend extra money on a little luxury. Then, as I said, on the 13th, ta-da, Mars into your sign. So Mars into your sign is a wonderful time for feeling as though you've got a lot of energy to do things, a lot of get up and go. Things that were stuck, off you're going, you're moving, Geminis. Now, because it's going to come very close to Mercury a lot of this month, you're going to be busy, running here, doing this, your mind going overtime. Now, Mars and Mercury coming together means that you may shoot your mouth off, so be careful if you're going to say something or something's a little delicate. Just make sure you've researched it, or you're careful before you say something that could ruffle too many feathers, maybe in an angry way. Maybe you just need to just calm it a little. Because on the 14th and 15th, we've got Mars opposite Saturn going on. So Mars is, come on, let's go, this is what I want to do. And Saturn could be a relationship, maybe holding you back, somebody who's controlling you, saying, you know, you can't do this, you shouldn't do this. The best thing to do with this energy is to try just to focus on one thing. Now, I know Geminis, that's going to be particularly challenging for you this month. But if you can do that, then this energy of the Mars-Saturn opposition on the 14th and 15th, you won't feel so frustrated about, because it could be a frustration moment. On the 16th, we've got a lovely trine from Venus to Neptune going on. This is very creative aspect. Lovely time for doing anything creative, artistic, and you may find a creative idea could actually move you forward in your career in some way. On the 17th of the month, we've got a lovely new moon happening in Taurus, and it's happening here in your 12th house. So this is an opportunity maybe to look at your dreams, to have a new look at the things that maybe you've just kind of pushed aside. Yeah, I don't want to bother with that. Maybe you've got a storage full of stuff that you've not looked at for a couple of years. Maybe it's time to either sell the stuff, give it away. What is it that you've been suppressing that you can kind of free yourself of? Maybe it's some information. Maybe it's a secret. Maybe it's something that you can get a new beginning on it, a new handle on something can happen while the moon is in that 12th house. It's also a good time for just clearing out cobwebs, clearing the cobwebs of your mind. Because on the very next day, on the 18th of the month, we have got this Mercury retrograde happening in your sign. So Mercury retrograde, do all the actions you want to do first couple of weeks of the month, and then there'll be a time of reflection, a time of looking at, you know, what am I telling myself? Yes, the messages and the things that I'm saying to myself, are they helping me? Are they serving me? Am I telling myself I'm not good enough all the time? Well, is that much use? Is that helping you? So it's about the Mercury retrograde will give you an opportunity to become aware of the messages and the things that you're saying to yourself that are non-productive. The Mars is going to say, come on, let's get on with it. But the retrograde will be a wonderful time to really be an observer, to really look at yourself and observe the way that you're thinking. And it's also a great time for completions of projects, for completing something that's already well underway. And on the 22nd of May, of course, the Sun coming into your first house. So this is the time now, Gemini, that last week of the month, about myself. What am I wanting? How do I want to present myself? How do I want to be seen? It may be time for a makeover, time to dress differently, even to hold yourself differently, to change your posture, to change the way you walk. The way you walk and your posture tells a lot about yourself and your self-confidence. And because a lot of things next month are going to move into this second house of confidence, now will be a great, wonderful time to look at ways in which you can increase your self-confidence. There's still a lot going on with me and my relationships. Am I being held back by a relationship? It may come into real focus this month, like, oh gosh, yeah, this isn't working for me anymore. So maybe there's an ending, or maybe there's an opportunity for completing something that wasn't working and starting fresh, maybe even with the same person. Maybe, maybe not. So there you have it, my lovely Geminis. I wish you a happy birthday and a great month of May. Bye for now.